So the next song on the album is called 2 Days, because I wrote it in 2 days. I really wanted to write a ballad for this album. I really wanted to write something that Adam could just do whatever he wants to in terms of form of sections and really give him a lot of space to do whatever he wants vocally.
Yeah, I'm the
I think this is my favorite one to finally have seen completed.
Hilariously, it's the longest song on the album, and I think it's the most digestible. It's in 9/8 for all you music nerds, or 3/4, but it's still 9/8. There's a difference between 3/4 and 9/8. We can argue about it later, but 9/8.
A really nice head bobbing tempo. I expect that when I play it, you'll see a lot of this face. You know,
It's mainly all about me, and I try not to be cocky, but I know this song was written with space for vocals in mind, so I was really able to do my thing.
The vocal on this song in particular was definitely the one that hit home the most for him and kind of for us too.
It's like a love song, but what's cool is that James wrote the instrumentals experiencing similar things that I was experiencing. So we lock in on this song in terms of meaning and emotional power.
But I'm not sad. Everything's fine.
And this is a great song, and everything that Adam brought to it lyrically and melodically is great.
Lyrically, definitely crazy emotional, about a prior old relationship. It's kind of about getting over that and looking back and appreciating it for what the good was, but also just realizing that, is no longer.
Everything Sam plays in this guitar-wise is very tasteful.
It's got one of my most emotional guitar solos, which I think is really cool. When the song kind of breaks to reprise, I don't know if that's how you say that word, but we'll go with it, to reprise the intro of the song. I don't know if anyone noticed this, but in that solo I actually quoted melodies from 2 of our older songs. If you can figure those out, let me know.
This song too, actually, we were going back and forth on the chorus section at the end of how to make that transition work perfectly. I think we nailed it, but at the time we had 2 versions of that transition. And I learned one of the transitions, and one that Sam wanted was the one he put in the session. So I had to relearn something else at the session, which again was another time of Sam just counting me through the control room of when the downbeats were, which was very helpful. I appreciate Sam and all of his hard work.
it all just sort of has this gentle rocking rhythm to it that is nice. Is this the one right before Lullaby? It's not the one right before Lullaby. But I almost feel like if Aviations was performing at a senior center, and they were like, hey, can you keep it down a little bit? We could play 2 days right into Lullaby. I think that would be a good fit. We'll skip Face Waves.
My favorite part of this song is the gang vocals at the end. I'm a hardcore guy. I really like gang vocals. So to get into Adam's smelly little mattress booth and scream things was a lot of fun.
All right, boom.
I'm in here.
Last vocals of the record. We did it. Clone Bone.
We took shots earlier.
Clone Bone. I don't know the lyrics.
I can't wait to hear people scream it back to us when we play it live, because we're definitely going to play this live.
It was actually a pretty cool moment. We were recording in my basement. We were able to cram in there, all hot and sweaty, and just yell these really powerful lines. There's probably 20 voices at least there. Right after I knew what I was going to sing there, I felt the winter lines coming in, because they make sense. It reminds you of the old record. It was supposed to be really the peak emotion of the record, I think.
To actually bring back the lyrics and melody from 90s and from that outro section in that song, which is cool because they sort of both serve the same function in each song, but in completely different styles. And I don't know if he even noticed this, but both songs are primarily in 9/8. So the fact that we were able to use the lyric and the melody, which is being played by the guitars in the background, if you can hear it kind of panned around the it just really ties it together and gives it a little more emotional weight to that section.
This is the most pianistically written song. Some of the other ones, Captain No Beard, I think is very keyboard style, a lot of fast single note lines I got split between the hands to keep up with the guitars. But this one really feels like it was written at a piano for a piano. And I appreciate that.
And of course now we have another outro of Richard. This one was actually planned. This isn't one where he was like, hey, I have an idea for the end.
I love how James brought in the math rock inspired rim clicks leading into the outro. Ever since he did that, I knew that I wanted it to fade out and just end with those clicks. Definitely one of the ones I want to play live too now that we have a piano player.
It's 2 days.
Most of our songs are in D major. Don't tell anybody that, because it's a secret. If you want to be Aviations, write in D major. That's the answer. Go home, show's over. D major. Cut this. Don't tell anybody. Cut that.